All right, we'll go ahead and take roll call.
Mr. Steen,
Here.
Mr. Lawler,
Here.
Mr. Cunningham,
Here.
Mr. Ballard,
Here.
Mr. Elliott,
Here.
Mr. Taylor,
Here.
and Mr. Hilsinger.
Here. And the first item we've got is PC 31-21, St. Louis County Planning Commission.
Oh, that,
Amend Chapter 1003.
I think you have the public hearing notice.
Okay.
Open.
I got messed up. Okay. Okay, we have need a motion for meeting minutes from the executive session of November.
Motion to accept.
We have
Second.
a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. No status sheet, no committee reports. We have no new business. And we have letters. First one is 26-21, Dairy Maids Inc.
So as the commission might recall, this is a request for a conditional use permit in the C2 and the FPC2. The letter before you tonight is consistent with your recommendation of approval from the November 8th meeting, with the addition of architectural review and conditions about the repair of the pavement outside of the vehicle repair facility.
Okay, we need a motion for the letter.
A motion approval of the letter.
It's Nate, second it.
Discussion, anyone? And we have assurances that this only goes forward if they make some minor improvements.
Yeah, the question, for the developers, the thing with this one is he's trying to, offset it to his future tenant, but they will not be able to operate the use without those improvements.
Okay. That's kind of, we've always kind of done that as a trade-off. They get something, but the community gets some betterment out of the situation, and we just need to stick through to that. So, seeing no one else, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Next item is PC 27-21, Jeremy King, the Watering Bowl.
So this is a request from November 8th as well, consistent with your recommendation for approval. The only modifications between the info report and the letter of rec, we had a meeting with the Department of Transportation and the petitioner regarding this head-in parking along Old Tesson Road. Instead of removing the parking, the Department of Transportation is going to allow them to move the wheel stops to the the business end of the parking space to block those off. And then they would like fencing along this property line. And we had said all fencing must be decorative and site proof, but we modified it to allow for a decorative fence, but not a site proof fence along this property line. The purpose being the petitioner wants it there because of the topography in this area. And the only other modification is some language about the art, the mural, the visual element on the sort of blank face of the former plant. So this is a recommendation of approval consistent with your action on November 8th.
Okay, we need a motion to approve the letter.
So moved.
We have a second
Second.
discussion.
I got a question, Wayne,
Yeah, go ahead.
and I wasn't at the last meeting, and I don't know if it was brought up again. I remember when they brought this in front of us, the sound was a main issue, and I had not went up to their existing business. And when I was there, I was, told that the sound wasn't too bad. Well, that was during the middle of the day, and I was next door, St. Paul to Vincent. It was quite loud. So are they going to try to tone it down somewhat more at this facility?
So sound, falls under the health code, and they would be required to meet all of the the sound requirements at the property line of that code. But enforcement of that is sort of more complaint based. So they will need to try to adhere to the health code requirement. But if it is an issue, enforcement is sort of the question mark. That is more complaint based, I would say.
Okay, thank you.
But also, I think most of the outdoor space is away from the residences there.
Right. So the building itself will act as a buffer to these residences, and then to the northwest and sort of southwest is where it's more of the commercial uses. So the building will be between the dog play area and the condos off of Worthington Drive, and will, yeah, like what Mr. Hilsinger was saying, will sort of help deafen the noise.
Okay, anyone else? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We have no correspondence, no site plans, anything for the good of the order.
Before you'd hopped on, Mr. Hilsinger, we were briefly talking about returning to the council chamber for the meetings. I don't know if the commission would like to discuss that as a group at this time.
We can discuss it, sure. Do we have a timeline?
I had indicated we're still, the staff will still need some training from the clerk, and we had told her that the new year might be a good time to do that. And there was a mention of concern about social distancing and masking. I think the commission would be within their purview to craft and adopt rules for your meetings as well.
I think that's accurate. I think the only other concern on a staff part would be the enforcement of that. I think that is that is my sort of one concern as staff, is that putting us in the sort of putting us in the space of needing to regulate masks, and I know that just no matter what that's going to be, could be that could be difficult, on case by case basis.
Yeah, I'm not interested in having meetings in the chamber for people to show up who want to prove that they can defy our rules and have no desire or interest in anything that we're going to discuss. And that's currently what you've got going on at the county council level. And Jacob, if I'm not mistaken, the county council as a whole still is not meeting.
The county council is meeting in person.
Right. So I'm not sure why we would want to go back before they went back in their entirety. I don't have any desire to risk staff or any member of the commission to health issues, or have them take home a health issue to a spouse or anyone else. And for me, this probably not been a good day. I had a longtime insured who passed away yesterday from COVID, who had a kidney transplant, had 3 vaccinations, and still got it. And the thing's real. So I don't know how other commissioners feel, but that's kind of where I'm at on it. So anyone else want to jump in?
Yeah, Steve Waller, I'd like to jump in. I don't think we should have public meetings with people attending. I agree that there's no reason for all of these people to get together with the conditions there are for health. I think we've been doing very well on internet access for this, and I think we should keep doing it the way we've been doing it. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Anyone else?
Wayne, it's Keith. I had just
Yeah.
brought up, a question. I was curious and not, trying to get everybody together to get anybody sick for sure.
No, I understand that. I just
So if that's a consensus of the board here, I'm with everybody in that direction to just keep it as we've been doing it on the WebEx here.
We haven't had any complaints, have we, Jacob?
Not that I am aware of. I think that the system has been working fairly well, to be honest. It offers a lot of opportunity for folks that they wouldn't necessarily have. So I think that we've been, doing the best with the hand we've been dealt. And unfortunately, the mixing of making it a hybrid meeting, which would be the best of all possible worlds, that is technologically a very difficult threshold to sort of overcome. So we're sort of stuck in a world of either being all virtual or all in person. It's going to be sort of a this or that type of option, I think, for this department and for the commission to make that to make that decision at some point in the future at its discretion.
Bill, Gary, you got anything?
Mr. Trimble, is there anything pushing from the county portion of it for us to get together? I like to see all of you all smiley faces again. Like he says, that stuff is real and it's out here and it's killing people. And you can have your shots and still, be a long hauler or carried back to your family. So I know my kids, one of my son, and he has two sons, they won't come into the house.
Yeah.
And we're all vaccinated, but they said, hey, we don't want to bring anything to you because my son accused us of having him too late. And the two girls that's close to us in age, he said, they had you a long time. We haven't had you for a while, so we don't want to bring nothing to you. So I said, okay. So they come to the garage, come to the patio, but they won't come in.
I mean, I think the last council meeting I saw that 3 council members and the county executive participated through a WebEx or a Zoom call.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
And I think at this point, we'll kind of follow maybe their lead and we'll come back when they come back.
Or at least we'll consider it.
We'll consider it. Good point, Lou. Good point.
Some may retire.
Yeah, we're happy to, just check in regularly and see how this commission.
Yeah, just tell them we have it under advisement.
Yeah, I think the points made by everyone certainly reflects my thoughts as well. I don't think that we need to jump in that yet.
Yeah, I think the council meetings have been
A joke.
I won't say that, but it has been people not interested in the council business, but thinking they can execute their rights. And I'd hate to see our meetings become that.
Right.
So, okay, we'll just keep it under advisement.
Thank you.
Anything else? Nothing else?
Just a meeting in about 40 minutes here. We'll have a public hearing, same link. You can just leave your computer or log off and back on, either way.
Okay.
Same place.
Okay, we'll need a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion for adjournment.
We have a second? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, and we're adjourned until 7 p.m.
Hey,
All right,
Wayne,
thanks everyone.
Wayne,
Thank you.
What's that?
you're going bowling, I see.